she finds herself with the Redeemer. Now here's the good part.
Come on.
She starts warming up to Boaz, and Boaz says, listen here. He said, look, you ain't got to glean the corners no more. He said, matter of fact, I'll show you where the well is.
Amen.
He said, just dip your water pot right there in the well and get you some.
Right.
Well, I tell you what.
Yep.
Oh, what a blessing it is. We got a church we can come to and just get filled up. But you see, you'll never get filled up until you empty yourself out. But can I help you tonight?
Come on.
Ruth gets over there and she tells Naomi, she says, Naomi says, Ruth, what I want you to do, when Boaz lays down at night, I want you to lay at his feet.
Yeah.
She said, mark the spot where he laid down. Well, I'll tell you this. One day I'll never forget the spot where he laid down.
Amen.
But I'll tell you this. Don't ever take for granted the things you do for God. Boy, I got called to preach, son. I was on fire for God. I went and preached in this little old church. And they called me this big old church. I went to this big old church, Riverside Hill Baptist Church. And I get over there and boy, I'm preaching. Boy, the glory fell. We had a good time in the Lord. Right there at the end of the service, I go out to my car, and this gal comes up. She was probably about 35 or something, but she was special needs, you know. And she come up, and me and my wife's getting in my car, shutting the door. And she runs up and she says, guess what? I'm thinking, what? She said, I got my job back. I said, well, praise the Lord.
Amen.
You got a job back. Amen. She said, you don't know what it was? I said, what? She says, I get to open and close a church Christmas play curtain. Well, you don't come on that's a lesson I need to know.
Yes.
She was so interested and infatuated with everything about God. It's easy to get lost in the fellowship and everything, the inner workings of the church. But can I tell you, don't forget God loves you more than anything. He's able to keep you from falling. Oh, when you do fall, don't let nobody judge you. God is your judge. You just serve God with all your heart. You know you're doing it right or not, and you'll catch the eye of the Redeemer. I'm glad tonight I might have people ducking and dodging their head, but I got one. But this guy's down the sparrow, and he loves me. He died for me. He lives for me. And there ain't no way in the world nobody can ever pluck me out of his hand. Boaz says, listen, Boaz wakes up and marries Ruth. And in that time, that meant that Ruth wanted him to marry her. To buy back. And see, Boaz was willing to do that. He said, yeah, he said, but there's one closer than I. And that time, if a widow was the worst thing you could be in that time. Can I say this? Lost is the worst thing you could be. Lost, to die lost. Oh, my friend, you don't have to die lost.
Amen.
What is lost? If you die tomorrow, where would you end up? You don't have to go home tonight wondering if you're saved. You don't have to do that. You could come down here and get slap interested in God. Can I tell you this? He's interested in you. He's got his eye on you tonight. He knows when you sit on your bed and wonder if there's a God. He knows what you think in the recesses of your heart. He knows what you do in the dark. He knows who you are. He knows you more than you know you. Oh, but can I tell you this? Ruth gets over there and he says, listen, I want to be that you want me to be. He said, but by law, there's a near kinsman, you've got a closer relative. He said, and we'll present your case to them.
Amen.
And he said, and what we'll do is, if they can't do it, then I'll do it.
Amen. Come on.
See, nobody wanted the Moabite. Boy, nobody wanted me, I know God did.
That's right. Amen.
Nobody wanted the Moabite. They had tainted blood, but Boaz had redeeming blood.
Yeah.
But can I tell you this? She gets over there, and all of a sudden, they bring Naomi. People wanted Naomi. Naomi was a child. She was a card-carrying child of covenant. She was a Hebrew. They didn't mind Naomi, but all of a sudden, they brought Ruth up there. And Boaz said, listen, my brothers, Elimelech, our brother, he has died, and somebody needs to marry Naomi. And that old nearest kinsman, he says, yeah. He says, I'll buy all that she has, I will marry Naomi. He said, well, when you marry her, you got to take Ruth too.
Right.
Oh, you know, he says, I can't do that. He said that'll mar my inheritance. But you know what I thought about? I thought this program being Ruth.
Yeah.
If you want me, you got to take them. But we serve a God who don't look at the clothes we wear. He don't look at our social status. He don't look at our past. He said, that's the one I want right there. I don't want nobody else wants. I want the one who can't. I want the can't get right. I'd rather have a church full of can't get right. But then a gym full of already got it anything. Oh, he said, I can't touch that. It'll mar my inheritance. And in that day, you know what they did? If they couldn't redeem it, then the one who couldn't do it would throw off his sheep.
Yep.
And give it to him. So in other words, the guy who didn't have what it took drew off his shoe.
Yep.
And he gave it to Ruth. The one, he had to give it, he had to give it to the one who he didn't want nothing to do with. I remember the day the devil had to give me my life back. Give me my family back. Give me my worship back. Give me my joy back. Give me my friend back. Give me my kids back. Give me my life back. Can you just imagine what Ruth did? She probably came in there barefooted and hopped on that one shoe so long so he would see that she had that thing on all the way through Bethlehem. If it was me, it went like this, nan and the boob. I came in barefooted, you rascal, but I need you with your shoes on. What did Ruth get?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get thick in here. Y'all having a good time?
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
What's on the inside of that thing?
So.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
You know what I did when I got saved? I found out I had a soul.
Yeah.
Your soul is a part of you that never ceases to exist.
You're right.
It's going to go one or two places.
Amen. Come on, brother.
Can you imagine that little innocent soul tainted by flesh going to a place where it... Oh, can I tell you this? Oh, Ruth got her soul. And I bet you this, it opened her eyes up too.
Yeah.
You know what else I thought about a shoe? Got a I bet it changed the way she talked.
Amen. Yeah.
Woo! I tell you this, it sounded strange to me, a cuss word fly out your mouth after you've been saved.
Come on.
Throw your stones, honey, it's happened to me.
Sure.
I want to tell you this, it sounded like so awkward, like, man, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't even feel the same no more. What else does shoes have?
Yeah.
What kind? I'm going to ask you this. What kind of shoes did you wear here tonight?
Oh, come on now.
Come on. Get on them shoes.
Come on now.
Some of y'all walked in on you high heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Come on, brother. Yeah.
Well, I've been good my whole life.
Yeah.
I rarely talk in the theater. Honey, you might not have been as deep in sin as I have, but sin's been deep as in you as it has in me.
Right.
Same hell's on your minds, at least on my mind too.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen, preacher.
Yeah. Yep.
What about them? I know some of y'all don't like it. What about them ball shoes?
Yeah.
Football season. Super Bowl Sunday, where was some of you?
In church. Yeah.
About them ball shoes. What do we put before God?
Yep.
How about this one? What about them loafers?
Yeah.
This ain't gonna sit well with some of them. Where you go to church? All of them.
Yeah. Come on.
Amen. Vision right.
Do you know what a home church produces in you?
Come on. Root. Stability.
Accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Having a home church develops family values.
Yeah.
Not just, being there, being a part of the family. God come to institute the family before He did the church. So if we can get the church to be like family. Amen. Oh,
Yeah. Amen.
Amen, preacher. When I say you, my brother, I want to feel it back, brother.
Yeah.
I want to feel like I'm part of the family.
Yeah.
In the house of God.
Yeah. Amen.
This is my life.
Yes.
I lost my life at Calvary and gained His life.
Yes, man. Yes,
You got to enjoy this thing.
Amen.
What other kind of shoes do we have in here tonight?
Flip-flop.
Them flip-flops. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, them flip-flops. Huh? I tell you what, I can't stand. I heard one guy say, he went in and he said something to somebody and they took it all wrong. They took it wrong, son. We got to better roll with the punches and end up in the glory. Amen. We can't wear it on the shoulders. I'll tell you this one lady, this old pastor got on, he closed the service out before she had something she had to say, and by all means, he didn't mean to do that. He was just following leadership of the Lord. He didn't notice that she had something she had to say. All of a sudden, she came up at the end of the service and she said, "Did you not take consideration of somebody else's feelings? Why did you say that to me like that?" That pastor just said, "I'm so sorry." He cuddled up next to her and said, "Next time I'll try to be more thoughtful." You know what that did to her? She said, "Oh, Pastor, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said things like that." When we flip-flop back in our attitudes.
Oh, yeah.
But can I say this? I'm glad it wasn't to me. You know what I'd done? I'd said, "Be careful you give somebody a piece of your mind. You might not have enough to spare." I'm still learning.
Bless you, Lord.
Having a good attitude. Don't flip-flop back and forth. The church don't need to have attitude issues. We should be a collective mind, especially a church in recovery.
Amen.
It's hard living a sober lifestyle. For me,
Bless you.
I was in this thing 40 years. And I'll tell you this, one thing I have to do is you got to be addicted to something.
Yeah. Amen.
I choose Jesus.
Amen.
Oh,
Yes.
what other kind of shoes they got? You know what I find out? What about the best kind of shoes to have?
The work boots.
The work boots.
Steel toe.
Yeah.
Steel-toe work
Yes, come on.
To be in this thing, son, you need to be ready to go to work.
Yep. Yep.
And don't get your feelings hurt.
Yep. Right.
Have a backbone like a saw log.
Yep.
Have out the punches rolling, snap on the back, say, I love you, amen. Somebody give a Lord a hand. Now what amazes me is what come out of, what amazes, ain't amazing you take all the notes and only you. That's security paper. Amen. But I thought about this. It's amazing to me how Ruth, Bible says that you were once a wild olive tree, grafted in with those wild grafted in, cut right in the side. Ooh. No matter which way you come in, you go in the bloody doorway. Amen. Came in and Ruth, you look over there in Matthew and the genealogies.
Oh, yeah.
And here you have a idol worshiping heathen.
Yeah.
Little old idol worshiping heathen. All of a sudden, over there in the bloodline of Jesus.
Amen.
It says in Ruth. Do you imagine when you get there and just to say, if you get there and it says, there's the Lamb's Book of Life, just perhaps. And you say, oh, there's T.D. Jakes. Ooh, Cal Ray Evans. Marty Few. Tim. I don't see Tim no more. Oh, there he is. Tony Lord. Wow. Henry White. The White Moody. Man, look at all that. All of a sudden you see Jimmy Swaggart. You see all these people, these great preachers of the time. You see all these people, man. And you're like, wow. And all of a sudden you see your little old name. Stuck right in the middle of two of the greatest people you've ever heard preach. And it puts you right there in the middle. That's what Ruth felt like. Amen. I bet that's what I'm going to feel like.
Yes. Amen.
When I get there, I look up, and there's little old Josh Strickle. Boy, it's going to be shouting time at the gate.
Amen.
I'm going to be shouting the whole way up.
Amen.
But can I tell you this? It said Ruth, the Moabite.
Yeah.
You know Ruth is the 8th book of the Bible?
Yep.
It's 8th number, New Beginnings.
Yep.
Right.
You know the book before Ruth is Judges.
Yep.
And it says at the end of Judges, which man did was right in his own eyes. Judgment. Then comes a new beginning. And then when you get the first Samuel, the king is coming. We're at the time now, folks, the king is coming.
Amen. Good.
You better check which shoes you got on tonight.
Amen.
Do you look down on people? Do you hold your nose up to people? Do you warm up to you? What kind of shoes you got on tonight? Don't forget, you're here by a reason. If they come with a song tonight.
Hey.
You here tonight, God brought you here. He brought you here. I didn't know I was going to preach tonight. Till right before time. But God did.
Amen.
God knew you was going to need to hear it tonight.
That's right.
Amen.
You come. Hey. If anyone here tonight, you've been struggling with it, you don't know if you're saved or not.
Hey.
You come to church, I've seen deacons get saved. I've seen deacons' wives get saved.
Amen.
I've seen preachers get saved.
No, somebody needs to be saved. Hey,
Oh,
we got to keep that. Hey. They gonna sing, y'all come on.
Amen. Glory.
Yes, Lord.
About to run it.
Counts the stars, one and all, knows how much sand is on the shore.
Oh, you've been running it.
Sees each sparrow that falls.
God's calling me to do
God's moving, God's working. Don't miss. Don't miss
Yes, Lord.
what the Lord is doing right now.
Yes.
That's right.
This is time when the Lord speaks to your heart. Conviction of the power of God. This is the most serious time where God just melts your heart.
Amen. Amen.
That's right.
And He deals with somebody. And we're waiting. And the Lord's done it all. And He just stays there waiting. He says, now's the time. Don't miss that time. For there will not be another time. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of a righteous God.
Ooh, glory to God.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Lord.
when you
Yeah.
do, then the shout comes on.
Amen.
God is good. Yes.
I appreciate that, Brother Josh. What a message. I love the book of Ruth. I studied the book of Ruth probably more than any other Bible in the book. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture through all the typology. I studied one time and I found this out, and I'm just going to give you this. I'm going to close. That Ruth was sitting on the porch in a rocking chair looking over the fields that she used to glean that now owned.
Amen.
And somebody come up to her and said, Ruth, you know what, but 5 generations, and there was David, King David. People could live 5 generations back then, the whole family. Somebody come by and said, Ruth, what is it like that your great, 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 great grandson is king over Israel? She said, oh, it's the most wonderful thing. I mean, you get to the age when you got grandkids and you won't talk about your grandkids, how wonderful they are. Well, she dies and she goes to heaven. Somebody comes by and says, Ruth, what was it like to have David as your grandson? She said, well, let me tell you something. See that one up there on the throne? He's my great, 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 14 generations grandson. Woo! You look at it. Woo! I'm telling you what, you have inherited it all. Sing one more stanza. Obey the Lord.
Yes.
Come. Come. Inherit the blessings.
My sleep is gone, my heart is full of sorrow. I can't believe how much I've let you down.
Thank you.
I dread the pain that waits for me tomorrow. When the sun reveals my broken dreams scattered on the ground.
4th of July parade, you wanna be in the parade, you come. We're gonna meet here, at the church, right here at 11:30. And then we're gonna be lining up over at 12. And, they got the float ready. And, you wanna come and be a part of that. We'll be walking through. We're gonna be sharing the gospel. We're gonna be giving tracts out. We're gonna be giving candy and telling people about the Lord, telling people about the Second Chance Addiction Program, and that they can also get help. I want you to know something. That's the time when you can minister to people. Amen. I mean, just you walking down the street, they'll recognize you and say, "What in the world are they doing?" Amen. You wear your shirts.
That's right.
Tony, you come up here. He's got some shirts.
Yeah, I was just going to invite y'all, look, y'all come and be a part, you just don't know what it is. You know, these other floats, they're riding in a car, or they're riding on a float throwing candy out. That's not what this ministry is about. This ministry is about getting out there and hugging necks and talking and seeing people out there that you know that's struggling and hugging their necks and giving them a piece of candy and a telephone number or directions to this meeting to where they can come get help, and hugging their necks and then turning around and seeing the float way up yonder, and you try to run to catch up, and you see 2 or 3 more people that you stop and talk to along before you get caught up.
Yeah, come on.
This ministry is an outreach. You know, we're not gonna ride the floats and throw candy. We're gonna get out there and hug it. We're gonna get out there with them. I just want to encourage you to come and be a part of this. Y'all wear your shirt, and you know, the Lord has given me this today. You know, He's been giving me visions about the last float. You know, and He's given me a vision for this one. But you know what? He gave me a vision today, and I don't know that it's going to be the next float, but I'm going to tell you something. One of these days, if you're a child of God, if you're a warrior for God, if you're working for God, we're going to come back on white horses.
Yes,
We're going to come back, and we're going to put the one that has treated us wrong, and the devil, the one that has brought all this on.
Yes,
we're going to come back to the Lord one of these days, and we're going to put him in hell where he belongs. Amen.
Hey,
Miss Harold,
Mr. Harold and Miss
Harold and
Barbara.
Betty.
Y'all come up here.
We feel like somebody.
Yes, you are somebody with us. Amen.
There's not a church or a person, a preacher or anywhere in Haralson County that doesn't know Harold Henry. And he's going to be wearing one of our t-shirts.
I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. About half the time I have to ask somebody who I am.
Amen.
You're a servant of the Most High God.
That's all that matters. Name.
That's right. Amen.
Thank y'all.
All right, remember this Sunday, don't miss, come at 9:30, Sunday school. Looking for the blessing that God has. 9:30, is that right? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, Sunday school. 11 o'clock, preaching. We get here at 9 o'clock. I don't know what time it is. All right, you're dismissed. See you Sunday. Or we'll see you Saturday. We'll see you Thursday. We're going to see you sometime.
Yeah.